Everyone, thank you for connecting with me. I am Shakesha Divine, and this is the Pretty Priestess Podcast. I'm in the house today, feeling good on this new moon in Pisces. Shit. And typically, like new moon times is like a time for, introspection, reflection, and all of that other shit. This is really a good time for us to really start embracing that mystical, imaginative side of us and whatnot. This is also really a good time for us to start really figuring out, too, just intuitively, like a lot of those things that we've been deluding ourselves with, right? Because when I think about Pisces, I think about like illusions and shit like that. And one of the things that I have noticed, fam, is that some of us out here in these streets have a very difficult time. Like, we will not deal with ourselves. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, we will not deal with ourselves. And it is imperative, and this is why I talked about that dark light consciousness last week, that we really keep it a buck 50 with ourselves so that we can heal, so that we can move forward, so that we can advance. If we keep playing this bullshitting game, this illusionary game, oh, I ain't that person, it ain't me, it's somebody else, certainly not me, then you're gonna be stuck like Chuck, man, for real. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I done danced around so many theories of how I can make my bullshit work for me. Straight up. And I'm here to tell you, I gotta turn a little light on. It just ain't working out. It's just not working out. So there's some things you can make some adjustments on. Some other things, they need to fall by the wayside. So I'm just saying, I ain't here to lecture a nigga, but I'm just saying. Shout out to the Serious Cipher. I'm talking about a dynamic group of folks that show up and really show their ass to the beast out here in these streets. We talking about some folks that got a unique perspective on how this energy shows up in the world. There's some real gangsters in these streets, y'all, for real, for real. And when you talk to people that see the world differently, maybe even not even the same way as you do, they get where you coming from and can respect your gangster, but they got their own perspective. And this is why I just really love engaging in these conversations with all of these cats out here that's thinking outside of the box out here. All of these folks that's spiritual in essence. This is why this is the Serious Cipher. And we dealt with that leader boss energy last week. And let me tell you yet again, Brother Dante came in there, bringing that heat, bringing that fire, his unique perspective on the difference between leader and boss, the work he gave us towards the end. But let me tell you, let's make no mistake about it. See, because Sheila has been showing up to the cipher and been delivering some conversation that has been out of control. And I'm saying that in a positive, in a great way, because we all come here bringing to the table that certain level of knowledge. And then here she comes showing up, bringing that fire energy, bringing that knowledge, bringing that wisdom, just really being able to rock with me when I get into my mode where I kind of stick my toe into the whole justice aspect of this world. And somebody that can just ride alongside and rock with that. We got a couple of priestesses out there that definitely get that whole vibe too, because for me, this whole relationship, this self-love thing, it's about loving ourselves. It's about how we interacting in this world around us. And all of these things, all of them, they all connect for me. So even when I'm talking on the social aspect, our human behavior and our social environment, to the injustices and the justice that we would like to see out here in this world. Mannerisms and how we go about engaging each other's thought processes, potential thinking errors, stumbling blocks, shadow shit. All of it impacts our world around us, how we perceive, how we see ourselves, how we interact in this world. It helps us to be the most upgraded version of who we are. I'm talking about the cleverest, the smartest, the craftiest. Yeah. I'm definitely with that. So I wanted to definitely share a little bit of this work that I've been doing for quite some time. Let's make no mistake about it. Like, I've been really using this, that it helped me in the corporate world, in the mundane world. And it still serves me to this day. And I used to keep a lot of shit to myself, thinking nobody would get it. But I'm at this point in my life right now, I'm really not too concerned with all of that. I'm going to share it because that's what's in my heart. That's what speaks to me. And so I really got inspired when the animal totem came through, the cardinal. And that cardinal, the cardinal just shows up, quite often for me. I see that as my sign that, the ancestors reaching out to me and everything. And it just, gives me that extra boost and all of that. But the cardinal also comes delivering some messages about being creative and using your intuition and being in the present moment. But the other thing that the cardinal brings out is like going back to all of your old traditional religious roots, and not necessarily looking at that like, oh, that was some bullshit they fed me. I can't believe I wasted my time in that foolishness. No, we ain't going there, because it's not a waste of time. This was a system of what we were taught was how we connect to righteousness, making sure I get this shit right? See, when people are trying to deliver to you, to us, to all of us, what their version of the way to go is, the right way to do it, the way to find light in these streets. A lot of us take our traditional religious systems. And so if we can just go back, kind of re-examine that, chew the fish, spit out the bones. And what I mean with that is that we take the parts of it that we need, and the parts that's not really working for us, we can leave it right there. We get to do that, We do. We get to do that. This is your life. We do have free will. So the cardinal gives us an opportunity. When they show up, they remind us not to forget about that part. And then, for all intents and purposes of what I'm talking about today, the cardinal comes to remind you to add you a little bit more color into your scheme in life. And don't I know it? Because I'm one of them cats. I love working with color. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm one of those cats that can get into some neutrals and then, you know what I'm saying, and kind of get stuck in that whole vibration. But I love working with color. I love working with color. And even if I'm working with them neutral colors, I got to pop it once in a while. But sometimes I'll get in that whole routine. And then that cardinal shows up reminding me, oh, okay, she's going to get you some flowers, going to do something, brighten it up. Because it helps me to raise my vibration. And so this is why I wanted to share this work of Colorstrology, which is just a little bit of merging of color energy and astrology that really has jazzed up my color game, See, because I would just, color has always been a very special magic for me. I would love for my next venture to be dealing with color on some type of level, maybe like fashion design, right? But I got minimal drawing skills, and I never could figure out how to work a sewing machine. So, If I can learn how to do those things, then, I can definitely make that happen. I got a lot of good ideas. Maybe some image consulting. I thought about that. I would love doing that. Getting somebody, put their clothes together, look so sharp. I love that. Or interior decorating. I got a fairy reading who said that I would be really good with that. I'm here for all that shit. And I still like the behavioral and social initiatives that I've always been working on and everything. But, this is where my true heart is at, is this color and that coordination and making things beautiful out here in these worlds. And I'm talking about beautiful on all levels. I'm talking about socially. I'm talking about aesthetically, physically, mentally, just being in a beautiful place, period. I love it. And I can sit back and I can spin thoughts, on all of the things that I would like to do. I'm here for anything. I am so in an open place, but I'm getting into this place where I'm starting to feel a little squirrely because I still just haven't found that thing that's going to charge me up, that's going to have me looking forward to get out. And I'm reaching out to Priestess. Shout out to Priestess Erica. I got to get in touch with her just to see if she saw a little something for me to help me along my journey. I'm getting concerned that I'm gonna end up turning into a deadbeat. I could walk around getting everybody's business too. I can do that, but I start trouble after a while. So I need something to do. And so I'm here, I'm talking to y'all, I'm kicking it, I'm enjoying myself with that. I've been really busting out some astrology charts, and I've been charting everybody in my family now, so that's my new vibe and my move and everything, just so that I can make sure that I'm sharp with it, because I'm coming at you with some powerful astrology readings, but I'm doing my spin to it, right, to help you to really connect to the star player. Watch what it do. But I want to break that out when the weather break, when the springtime comes and everything. There's still some more things that I need to learn. Every time I think that I'm ready to hit the ground running, wait, there's more. So shout out to the Self-Invested Astrology class that's just really bringing more and more information that's definitely going to be helpful, that's definitely going to enhance the experience. I already had a format that I was laying down, and then I just keep getting more and more information that's really going to bring things together, because once I start getting the bones on it and everything, then I put the meat on it with my intuition. But this information here is definitely going to help to really laser focus and pinpoint the direction that I'm willing to go. So I'm excited about that. I'm here for this shit. But I don't want to bore you with my struggles in my best Stevie Wonder voice. But listen, let me talk about this book right here. Let me talk about this book right here. This book I found out in about Colorstrology. And this Colorstrology book, it just really spoke to me, because this is all about what your birthday color says about you. Now, I'm dealing with, see, I was already working with colors and lining it up to astrology. And when I found this book, see, anytime I see somebody or find somebody or connect with somebody out there that gets where I'm trying to go, or that has already put some work out and had some ideas of exactly what it is that I'm trying to convey, it helps me to be able to explain that a whole lot better. And so I give a great big shout out, a hug, and a love shot to the cast that's out here doing work similar to what it is that I do, which helps me to really be able to explain a little bit better and expand on the knowledge that I have. So I'm just definitely appreciative of that. This Colorstrology, it helps you to gain insight on your true essence. This is all about supporting our outward journey and lifting ourselves up with this. This is groundbreaking this is groundbreaking information, fam, for real, for real. And so I just definitely wanted to share that. See, astrology, combining this with intuition, wisdom, and metaphysics, shit. The sun sign, it offers you some real good insight to your personality and your nature. And the colors that lines up with the true you, it reflects the essence of not only who you are, but that particular day that you came into this planet on. And so I really like this. And then some of these, you know, when I close my eyes, I can see exactly the direction that this author was coming across. But then I also have my own thoughts on how that goes and everything. But this is gangster. This is a gangster piece of work. If this is something that you may want to be interested in, because color, in working with color, is just so gangster. Color in astrology, in my eyes, how I see it, is similar in energetic expression. And many people that are under the same sign, they can have a completely different energetic expression, which I absolutely was really getting a good lesson in the astrology class where we were talking about the different decadence and the decadence, where, you know, at individual points within the zodiac sign, your energetic expression shows up a little bit differently. So, you know, this is definitely gangster, because this is something that I didn't know, but energetically I did. So I'm just really appreciating this knowledge and the confirmation as I go along my journey. So shout out again to my astrology class. Miss Blue is so gangster in these streets. Y'all need to know this. But the birthday, it carries a numerical vibration, right? Which has a significant meaning to it. All about the zodiac, all about the element, right? These are the things that shape our personality and our life experience and our expression, of course, right? So this book, it just has a really good take on it. I'm not even going to do that. But however, I see it just a little bit differently, because in the priestesshood, shout out to the divine priestesses, no doubt, we learned about how color is subjective, and it's really something that is different in each of us. So I really want to encourage cats to really like sit with colors and see what you get on it. But my way of going about dealing with colors is that I build off of the elements. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. And holistic appeal, I kind of break that down like in your style and dressing and everything, right? And so with the fire, it's like bold, and then the earth is more of that grounded, you know what I'm saying, type of vibe. The water is more that serene vibe, and the air is more of that intellectual vibe where you show up in that business boss looking flow, right? I look at the dominant elements on the chart and then consider others to find what your real magic is. This is my way of going about it, right? And you can work with these colors to accomplish your goals, to set some intentions, to remind you of the true you, to align with your soul purpose, or get in any alignment or any other qualities that you're trying to get in alignment with. You can put money on it. That color is definitely going to be an invaluable tool to assist you in connecting to that particular energy. You can add it to your wardrobe. You can add a little bit around the house. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I like popping the color, popping the color, popping the color. You can add it all around the house. Get you some flowers. I'm a big flower girl. I love shits like that. You know, get that around. Bring in, you know, accent pillows around the house, pictures, knickknacks, you know, that type of shit. Knickknacks is what, you know, the little statues. I got to make sure, you know, because what the hell is a knickknack? Knickknack is those little statues, figurines, and shit like that that people tend to keep around their house. Like I got Buddha, I got various animal statues, I got, you know, different types of dragons, and they all, hold some type of significant meaning to me, right? And then you bring them into some specific colors, and then they really, really trigger that subconscious mind, help that, help you to really shift into that frequency that you're trying to connect with. It's some gangster shit. It is. I'm here to tell you. And so I like to talk about bringing that signature into the magic, though, because we all do this individually. And I really want to just, I'm telling y'all, this gets your shit so damn gangster. I promise you it do. So when you work with colors, communicating with colors, and being down with these color schemes, it's definitely going to help you to enhance your navigational game. Monotones. I'm a big monotone person, right? And you use these monotones in those more expensive looks, especially like a lot of air energy type of outfits and shit like that, right? And this is typically a single neutral color. If you really want to bring that expensive look to it, you want to work with some of those neutral tones, some of those tones that don't really stand out. They got this simplicity with that neatness that's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just brought together that just makes it elegant. That's what I'll say. Yeah, yeah. And so those monotones, you bring those out more expensive look. You can do it with just all solid colors. You wear all white, all black, all cream, all beige, all red. And you know what I'm saying? And rock that whole monotone look. That's always a hit. It's always a hit. I love that look. It's always a hit. Monochromatics, right? Where you use the color family in various intensity, So then you might work with, let's say you work with pink and you use light pink, dark red, light red, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And bring them together to really bring in a contrasting effect or a turn up effect, right? So you can watch how your colors like intensify, or you can really, especially like if you use a color like brown, and you can bring that melting effect by bringing those creams and the caramels and the creams, and it just, you know what I'm saying? It melts together. It just kisses so nicely, all depending on what vibe you're trying to be on, right? The analogous, and if I'm pronouncing that shit right, maybe not, maybe, whatever, but neighboring color families, right? So, and this is like those things where you're matching like blues and greens, and sometimes, you want to bring that, that harmonious vibe. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, in my humble opinion, total harmony, sometimes it lacks impact. But I think when you expand it, it garners more attention, right? So let's say if you're going to put a green and blue thing together, right? Let's say you bring it together and blend it with green, blue, purple, you know what I'm saying? Those colors that are in the neighboring families, I'm hoping that I'm explaining that so that you can see where I'm going with that. There's a lot of work out there. Pantone has a really good collection of work on working with these colors and everything. And this book right here, as a matter of fact, they use the Pantone colors. The Pantone color of the year is what is that? Magenta, something like that. Magenta magic, very magenta, some shit like that. I forgot. Yeah, I know, and I love color, but I can't keep up. I can only keep up with what I'm dealing with. See, that's what's important to me. Not really what in the hell somebody told me the color is for me to get down with, but the color that I'm vibing with. And I did know magenta, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't finna have me run out and buy a whole wardrobe on that shit unless it starts evoking some type of emotion within me. And now if I start feeling all empowered and inspired and creative and all of this shit, then I'm gonna run out there and I'm gonna charge the floor with some magenta. Definitely. And if somebody gives me a color to work with and they'll tell me what it does, if I see it and I feel it, I'm on it. I'm on it. I am definitely on it. Like that turquoise we talked about in class. We talked about that. And this is all about, now I didn't know that this was more of a spiritual thing, but what I do know is that it brings a lot of peace and serenity for me. And it puts me in a place where I'm able to channel more efficiently and more smoothly. And I get a clearer and more intuitive channel that way. So then I'm like, shit, yeah, I'm bringing that into my wardrobe. I didn't even think of that. You know what I'm saying? But then as I began working with it, stop playing. There's a lot of other shits that do that too, but I'm just saying. And the complementary colors too. Let's not get, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna leave that out, right? The complementary colors, the total opposites, right? That complete each other, because opposites, they kind of balance each other, right? When you put warm and cool colors together, you know what I'm saying? Certain colors that really make colors pop. Like if you put red and green together, you know what I'm saying? It really makes that red look brighter, just like orange with blue. You put them two together, it really makes them look brighter. But I gotta be in a mood to really pop colors. I'll surround myself with it. Once in a while, I'll get into the Miss Gloria frequency where I will get my color scheme on and have some colors that I'm turning heads, and people, I don't know if they like, wow, that's fly, or wow, this woman is colorful in these streets. However, it's commanding attention. Make no mistake. And so I will definitely do that. And the Miss Gloria frequency is definitely in the vibration of the complementary total opposite colors, where you bring these popping ass colors out and really get it cracking. Those is folks that's really work with a lot of fire energy too as well, So that's just how I see it and everything. But when we think about color, memories are so involved with colors that it like affects our subconscious mind, right? I still got some good memories of when I had this red outfit on. Let me tell you, I'm no joke. And I'm going all the way back to the 9th grade, like seriously. But yeah, it brings me back to that time when I was in victory. So now red has been associated, and I know that red is just one of those colors, right? But one of those colors that just really just like helps me bring the jazz about. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Memories. I remember as a teen when I was coming up, if anybody came up in their teen years in the 80s, where everybody was rocking turquoise. If you wasn't doing turquoise, you wasn't doing it. And everybody was doing that. But now as you get older, the focus shifts more to things that serve us. Well, things that serve me, instead of, the shit that's hot in the street. I'm really not concerned with what everybody else is thinking is hot, because if it's not working for me, it's just not working. Now, as a teen, when I was younger, I was more concerned, what everybody else was doing out here in these streets, because I wanted to make sure that I was in the loop, whatever. But still, we're still impacted by those old traditions, those old symbols. It still holds us. You know what I'm saying? It still has its impact on us. The mind is a very powerful thing. And so we really got to take those things into account. And this is what makes color so impactful, so powerful. Because the human eye, it sees warm colors before you see cool colors. Because warm colors, they got this advancing energy, and cool colors kind of recede, depending on the degree of saturation of the colors. Highly saturated colors, they just appear closer. They're a lot more bolder and whatnot. Word. Yeah. So yeah. And then warm tones bring that high arousal to it. Like red, I was just talking about, is the highest arousal. See, the pituitary gland, it springs into action upon seeing red. Shit. The pituitary gland, if you don't know, is the master gland. And this is the command center of all of the glands. And I know we talks about that pineal gland and all of this and that and the other, but that pituitary gland is that master gland, and it commands all of the other glands, which are connected to your energy centers, to secrete fully. And when the body is secreting, all of the glands are secreting fully, you are working in star player mode. But anyway, chakra activation. That's all I'm going to say with that. I'm not going into that because I'm not going to be talking all long today. I got shit to do. But when those glands is commanded to secrete, it's on and popping. Trust me when I'm telling you that. So let's talk about like some of these colors and the feelings that they're supposed to elicit. Now, it doesn't necessarily apply to everybody because we all got our unique experiences out here in these streets. So I'm not trying to just imply that you need to be feeling this way and this go trigger this feeling and this go trigger that. But a lot of times we're in this neutral space when it comes to colors. And so then you'll start noticing that there's a universal gravitational pull to the energy that's specified for those particular colors. Now, check, like pink. We talk about pink. I like to rock with pink. And if done right, you can even bring that elegant approach to it. I like that powdery looking pink. And you can do that on this monotone thing, or you can, wipe it with some other, with some other colors to really dress it up in a nice way. I ain't going there. I'm not. I can go on and on for days with this shit. But it brings this romantic, this youthful, this sweet, the happy vibes and everything on that, depending on the intensity, right? Because pink, it runs a whole bunch of gamuts. Like we got magenta that's going on right now, and that's in that family, right? But that fun, exciting energy and everything. But see, this is one of the concerns that I do have with pink, right? Because if pink's not done right, it can make your shit look cheap. Almost like a toy. This is my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Take what I'm saying, with a grain of salt. This is the way I see the world. You get to see it your own way. But I'm here to tell you, it just make it look cheap to me. That's just how I see it. It's just certain pinks, make it look almost like, a toy, a tea party game or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've outgrown this particular color pink. I'm not doing this, That's just how I see it. Orange is a really awesome color. It's a friendly, vital color, a high arousal color. It's playful, it's happy, and I'm not even going to try and get into like where you can go on the lower vibrations of it, because you can. There's a high vibration and low vibration in each color, but set your intention for a high vibration. We had enough low vibration energy going on in these streets, right? We don't need to really try to set our intention to lower our vibration, right? Really? I guess there's some folks out here, if you just need to look for that, I think there's probably some information on how you can lower your vibration with colors, whatever. Let me, yellow. I forgot, on my list is yellow. I love me some yellow. That fun, lighthearted, playful, yellow, humorous energy. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this book right here, it goes through and it gives you your specific birthday. Let's see what today is the 20th of February. The color for today is lavender aura, profound, emotional, and transforming. And if you were born on this day, these people have had to overcome their share of obstacles. You're able to move through many life challenges and transform difficulties that you encounter into gifts and insight and wisdom. You have the ability to convey the emotional impact of life in a way that others see without it necessarily having to live through that situation yourself. I'm going to tell you something. This has been my experience of Pisces energy, though. Now, I'm just saying that I've noticed that these can be the most sympathetic, individuals, but not necessarily empathetic. See, sympathetic is they get where you're coming from. They understand your position. They feel really bad that this is the change that you're going through and everything, but they don't really know where you coming. They don't get that shit. They ain't about that life. They can't sit like, yeah, this was a time that I went through and I understand. They ain't even there. They just feel bad for you. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I want to encourage you to move past this. No, I don't know nothing about that life, but I'm here to tell you, yeah, you know. So yeah, I like that. So I appreciate this definition right here. Shout out to the Pisces too. I forgot about it being Pisces season while I'm talking about the Pisces new moon, whatever. So this color, how it benefits you though, this lavender aura color, it benefits you because this color helps you to transform adversity into fortune. Wearing, meditating, and surrounding yourself with lavender lavender aura teaches you how to let go of the old and embrace the new. Now, that's what the hell I'm talking about. Now, this is perfect for this particular energy right about now with this new moon that's coming through and everything. And I know that we typically release shit during the full moon, but you can do that as well on the new moon. You just focus your energy more on the direction you would like to go. All right. So anyway, I want to just get in here and just talk a little bit about, you know, my version on how I do it, because I breaks this down by the elements. I'm an element girl, you know, because there's power in locating that element, right? You want to know where your magic is, you get on your astrology chart and you really find out where your elements are at. And this is going to let you know what's going to be most impactful for your power. Word? All right. So the fire, how I see it, you get to see it your own way, but this how I see it. Rock with this shit, though. I'm telling you, it's work for me. I'm telling you this shit. All right. The fire element, of course, we got Aries, which is red, led by Mars. And this is that red color. Let's get it, baby. This is that color that I use to rock with and get into that whole Aries. Let's get it energy. Study that Aries energy. I'm telling you, it's powerful. It's gangster. It's about the business too. Then we got the orange. I give the orange to the Sagittarius, that fun, playful, cheerful, lighthearted energy, all about Sagittarius energy. In my experience, this is how I've been experiencing the higher vibration of the Sagittarius energy. Definitely, I see orange when I rock with Sag. The gold is the Leo color, that regal, that gold color, all about fortune, all about bringing the light into the situation and everything. I like Leos. I'm a Leo. I'm gonna tell y'all some Leos are the shit. If you don't know that, go give a Leo a hug, a kiss, a high five, and a atta girl boy. I'm telling you that we appreciate shit like that. And I'm telling you, when you show some love to a Leo, they go definitely show it right back to you. This I can assure you. Then let's talk about the air experience. Now, for me, the Aquarius, they get that pink and this lavender color too. It comes through too, just a little something, something. But I like pink for the Aquarius. This is all about that love vibe, right? They got that childish like energy that allows you to be free, that allows you to be lighthearted, that airy type of vibration and everything. I fucks with pink for the Aquarius. The Gemini, they definitely gets the yellow. Don't nobody know how to have a good time like a Gemini. Gemini has always been my partner in crime. My pops is a Gemini and he's a rascally old dude. I fucks with Geminis. They smart, they get shit, they understand the little fucking jokes, even if it's an inside side joke that don't nobody know about. A Gemini will pick that shit up. And that's why I give them that yellow shit, because they makes my day and bring a little bit of sunshine into my life. I love the Gemini. Then we got the Libra on the air side. I give the Libras that lavender color. Now, I like lavender because lavender, it brings that sex appeal element to it. Libras got this alluring ability about them that no nobody can really be. Why you want to get your sexy pill on? Study a Libra out here in these streets. They have mastered the art of being sexy without being hoish. This is the vibe you definitely want to check out. But the Libra energy, they rock that lavender. For me, when I think of Libra, I think of that lavender energy. Is regal, is sexual, is sensual. It is intelligent, it is friendly, and I just like, and it is able to just embrace um all of the goodness that's around them. They just really appreciate good shit in life, and so that's why it gives that color to the Libra. The water signs, let's get in with it, right? I give turquoise to the Pisces. Turquoise to the Pisces gives me that whole spiritual vibration, that water energy. They also come in with that cheerful, they get you, they understand it and everything. Even if they ain't been through it, they still gives a damn at the end of the day. They the truth out here in these streets. And so Pisces get the turquoise. Then I got Cancer. Now listen, I got a couple of colors that really comes through for me with Cancer, which is the silver and the blue. The silver and the blue, which brings that whole emotional home component. They bring that truth, they bring that nurturing and everything, but it's also giving me that moon vibe, right? And so this is a very magical and powerful color, that silver is, right? Like you can do a lot of gangster ass shit working with silver when things is brought into your emotional field with the highest vibration. Silver will definitely help to bring that about. Not only that, I like silver for cancers because, cancers, they can tend to take some shit a little personally and everything. That silver will help you to move past that energy. So I gives that to the Cancer. And then the Scorpio, no doubt about it, is that purple energy. And even though this is a water sign, that fire and that water that comes in together brings that purple vibration that brings me that Scorpio energy, right? It brings that darkness, it brings that intensity, it brings that depth of emotion. And so I rocks with purple for the Scorpio. Shout out to the Scorpios. They the truth out here in these streets. They can see past the bullshit. You can't get too much past the Scorpio. They got your number immediately. Trust me when I'm telling you. And then let's talk about these earth tones. The earth tones, the earth signs. Now, I like earth tones. I fucks with the earth tones. I deals with them in a big way. And Taurus, they bring me this bronze color energy. I can't say that it's brown. I can't say that it's gold. I like that somewhere in the middle and everything, because Taurus brings you that earthy, that grounded energy, but then they got that regal appearance, almost energetically, even though it's not absolute that the same at all. Taurus and Leo kind of, I don't know, they just kind of energetically, it's like they kind of, I don't know. For me, it does. This is how I see it. So I give them this bronze because Taurus is almost, they give me the Leo vibes with this down to earth type of quality to it and everything. I fucks with Tauruses and everything. They good time, you know what I'm saying? They laid back and they will help and assist me in bringing my flighty ideas down to earth, and I rocks with them for that. Let's talk about these Virgos. The Virgos is definitely that sensual energy. They about details, they about perfection. They also a lot modest and analytical, right? And I really see, my rising is Virgo, my Venus is in Virgo. I'm one of those type of cats that's always paying attention to the details and not, things that's not being said. This is how I got cool with Scorpios. But I'm gonna tell you something. The color that comes through for that particular zodiac is maroon for me. That's the color that comes through for me. It really gives me Virgo vibes. I do a lot of work with maroon. It helps me to stay grounded, helps me to still feel sensual, doesn't put, and it helps me to keep my mind grounded, right? So that I'm not like all over the place and all of that type of shit. I'm just in my power. You know what I'm saying? I likes that maroon for the Virgo. And then Capricorn last, but absolutely, certainly, and positively not least, I give you that green, that winter green. Not because it's the winter time. Maybe so. I don't know. But energetically, I picked that winter green color up because not only do they bring that boss energy to the table, they always about their money, the bottom line at the end of the day. It's that stability color, right? They are definitely some folks. You got a Capricorn in your corner, boy. I'm telling you, you being held down. I'm here to let you know that shit. And that green color is one of those colors for me. It inspires confidence. It inspires a deeper type of wisdom. It inspires this ability to merge and rightly divide the creative aspect along with the logical aspect. And that green with the yellow, the blue makes green. I don't know, maybe that's what it is, but green is what really comes through when I think of the Capricorn, the evergreen. Yeah, I like that color for Capricorn. That deep, that rich, that earthy green, that inspiring green, the evergreen color. So these are some colors I like to rock with on the zodiac tip so that we can, let me make sure that I ain't up on my time. Yeah, I've been talking for an awful long time. But let me tell you, before I go up out of here, about this goddess that came through that we definitely need to work with right about now, which is the goddess Oshun. The goddess Oshun is the modest one. She comes through with the message to encourage love. You got to find the beauty within yourself. You got to find the beauty within yourself. In order for you to encourage love, you got to find the beauty within yourself. And so there's a lot of stuff that's out here that's being done. Lift yourself up, bring some color into your life, find the beauty within yourself. Do that work so that you can come to peace with those parts of yourself that you don't particularly like to share with folks, but you know that's you. That's where you at. It ain't gonna change. Be about the business of loving that for real, y'all, for real. And the shit you don't like that you just ain't trying to live with, go on, deal with it, get rid of it, and keep it moving. Huh? We got this. No doubt about it. We got this. But I'm going to call it a day because I really don't like to sit here and run my mouth forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever because I absolutely can. But I will not. Peace and light. Peace and love.